So sitemaps. You guys should be pretty familiar with what sitemaps are. You most likely covered sitemaps in Web Design 1. So sitemaps are basically a map of your website. What pages are on there, and where they are linked to, or where they fall under, like in terms of categories. But HTML sitemaps are very specific because they are simple. They're a structured list of all the pages of a website, and they are designed for human users. I know that's weird to hear. Why do you have to emphasize the fact that they're for human users? You'll understand in a second when I go into XML, but HTML sitemaps, they're meant for your user, your human users that are going through your website, and they might need to find something that they're not able to find directly from maybe the homepage. They can definitely, usually you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of a website, and really in light small letters, usually pretty thin, it'll say sitemap. You can click that. It would take you to a page that lists out every single page located on that website, but then also categorized based on uh what overall pages they fall under. So if we look here, this is an example of, actually this is only a very small portion of the sitemap that is located on the RimCAD website. Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design has a very long, in-depth sitemap, but that makes sense. It's an institution, an educational institution, so it would make sense that there are a lot of pages addressing different departments and different programs and activities and things like that. So this is actually a very small portion of that overall sitemap. So don't get too bogged down with the fact that, like, hey, is my sitemap supposed to be a certain length? No, this really does capture all the different pages that you have on your website. You might have a lot of pages on your website, or you might not. That's okay. These sitemaps are just really meant to help your users, your human users, understand what is on the website and how to navigate there. This is just another way to navigate to those pages. But if you notice, there are categories. So under academics, and this is just one of the categories under academics, there are also subcategories: on campus programs, online programs, certificates, academic calendar, program materials. If you were to look under each one of those subcategories, there are pages that are located underneath. So for instance, on campus program, you have the animation page, and art education page, fashion design, and etc. Online programs, you have basically the same exact thing, but these pages are specific for online programming. Certificates, you have digital photography certificate, and then there is the academic calendar. No pages under that. That's just a standalone page. But then you have another subcategory of program materials. That is also a page. Those subcategories are also pages themselves, but underneath that are more pages that can stand by themselves as well. Think of it. I always think of sitemaps as almost like a family tree, right? How they're all connected, right? What stems off of what parent. So that's kind of how I visualize sitemaps. They're really great in terms of understanding how to organize the overall structure of your websites, because you might have certain pages, and you want to make sure they are listed under a parent page, to make sure that you are well organized as the UX designer, but it also makes sense for your human users. So this is really just a structured list that showcases all the pages that you have on your website and what other pages they fall under, how they are categorized. A lot of times for sitemaps as well, you will just utilize your that top navigation that you make, that main navigation on your website. So whatever that main navigation is, usually that's kind of how you start it, where that is the category, and then underneath that, each one of those categories are those sub pages as well. So you can even pull from that main navigation to create this. And then there just might be some additional categories that maybe aren't highlighted necessarily on that main navigation, but will be included on your sitemap. So keep that in mind. You can basically go to any website. And again, if you scroll all the way down to the footer of the page, you normally can find, literally, it says sitemap. It's usually small and like thin, a thin typeface, small, and at the bottom, click that and it'll take you to that page that lists out, again, all of those pages that are located on that website. So if you're ever curious about what sitemaps look, there are probably billions of examples out there. Go to your favorite website, scroll all the way down to the footer, and just check out the sitemap that is linked down below. They most likely are there. Sometimes you can search for them too.